Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to Raphael's Insights. Welcome. I welcome you into the world of esoteric, the divine, the beautiful. Welcome. If you're new to this beautiful channel, welcome to this beautiful channel. I was just checking to see if my mic was on. Today's video is going to be on the submarine that went missing. I had already told you on my TikTok account. If you're not following me on TikTok, it's under Raphael's Insights. On my TikTok account is where I predict about the future and I talk about things that are going on in the world. I had already told you I don't feel them. I feel like the accident was much stronger. In my vision, they're showing me the accident was much stronger. And we're going to look at it today with the major arcanas, with these cards here. But before we get started, I do want to tell you guys, remember I have my Etsy shop. You guys can purchase on my Etsy shop. And I do want to say I'm sorry for a lot of people that are not receiving their packages. For some reason, I'm having a lot of trouble with this Lancaster post office, but I did move, and as of tomorrow I'm going to start shipping from a different post office, so it should be quicker, it should be easier. I should be able to ship as soon as people purchase, or I should be able to package as soon as people purchase. I'm going to try to package the same day as soon as people purchase. And I also am not going to be as busy as I usually am. My readings are up. You'll find them in the link below. I'm going to leave the link below for my shop where to book readings. I am no longer going to be booking readings, well, as many readings as I normally do. I did raise the price, I will tell you that, because I was either not going to do them or I was going to do a lot less for not a lot more expensive, but more expensive, I will say that. I want to be very honest with you guys. I did raise the price, so if you guys go and look for a reading, don't be surprised of the price, because I'm letting you guys know right now that I did raise them. Because I was either going to do no readings or I was going to do that, and I decided to do that. I used to do 5 to 6 to 7 readings every single day, Monday through Sunday, and now I'm only going to be doing one Monday through Friday. There's only one slot Monday through Friday in every day of the month, right? So go find the link down in the description below. Follow me on all my social medias. Go to my shop, and you can purchase a lot of different things. You can purchase the spray. You can purchase protection bracelets. You can purchase this cross. That's a really powerful protection in terms of protecting your home, protecting your space. Let me grab it because it's somewhere in here. This cross here is a really good protection. You could hang it in your home, hang it in your business. You could hang it in your car. There's so many different things you can purchase. Even the candles that I have there. What I do is I purchase a candle and I bless it, I prepare it, so all you have to do is carve your name, date of birth, and light it in your home for whatever purpose that you bought it. I just recently talked to somebody who said they've been trying to cleanse their home for a long time because it was like haunted and it was like really bad energy, and that they used my products and they finally were able to cleanse it. They've been trying to cleanse it for years. So go find that house cleanse candle, or go find those candles and get the one that you need for yourself, and they're going to help you. I promise you they're going to help you. You definitely have to light them with a lot of faith, and you have to say your prayer for what you need them for, okay? And again, it's in the description below. Follow me on all my social medias. I did change my Facebook page name to Maestro Rafael, so if you're looking for me on Facebook page, I changed it to Maestro Rafael. But again, make it very easy. It's in the link in the description below. But let's get started with the video. The question is, what happened to the Titan sub? And let's pull out the cards. Let's see. You already know. I concentrate, pull out the cards, and see what the cards say. Let's see what the cards are telling us today. And I won't tell you if they're going to find these people dead or alive, because I had already told you in my TikTok that I did not feel them here anymore, and that I see that the accident was much stronger. That's why I'm not going to say, oh, they're still going to find them dead or alive. They're no longer here with us. I don't feel like they were here with us since they went missing. So I don't believe it was an oxygen thing. I don't believe that it was just that. And even then, if they're just floating in the bottom of the ocean, they're going deeper, deeper, deeper. That submarine is going to implode if it hasn't imploded anyway. So let's pull out the cards. Okay, let's see. What happened to the Titan submarine? That's the question that I wanted to look into. Just like I told you guys, I do see that the accident was much stronger. Look, the card of the devil is at the very bottom. The card of the sun and the card of the star show me. It shows me that it did have an electrical issue at first, it does show me that they had like a technical issue, electrical issue, maybe just communications were lost for a second, but the communications were lost because they lost power. They lost power, and I don't know if it's because they floated deeper and it imploded, but I do see an explosion. I will tell you that. In terms of what other stuff happened, I also see that somebody had something to do with this. I do see that somebody had something to do with this. I don't see that it was just a regular accident, because let me tell you, regular things like that do not happen to very wealthy people like this man was. Billionaires, political people, kings and queens, they don't just suffer accidents like this. Usually it's someone who caused it, and that's what the card of the devil tells me. The card of the devil tells me that it was somebody who caused it. Look, the card of the devil and the card of the Hierophant say that somebody had something to do with what happened with the submarine. On top of which, I do see that this was a karmic thing. I do see, and I've already said this, I do see that it was a karmic thing. I don't see that they died due to oxygen loss. I don't see that they died due to oxygen loss. I do see that it was look, the same cards that I had on my TikTok came out here. The card of the Wheel of Fortune and the card of the Death card. I do see that it was more of a stronger accident, because even here it shows me that it was a strong accident. Even here it shows me that their death was not necessarily of them losing air. They had, to me, when I looked at this stuff, and that's why I made my video on TikTok the way I did, I saw that as soon as they lost communication, they had already suffered a strong accident, that it's going to be very hard for them to find anything. And I've already told you on my TikTok again that in terms of finding something, it's probably going to be rubble pieces, or they're not going to find anything at all. But I can't predict that they're not going to find them, because their time has already finished. But even then, with a lot of speculation of whether they had time to breathe, the real secret here is that they knew that sub most likely imploded. That sub most likely exploded. As soon as I kept seeing professionals talking about it, I kept seeing in their face that they were hiding stuff, and that there's something more serious that happened that they just didn't want to say. But the card of the Wheel of Fortune is in my hand as well here right now, because the Wheel of Fortune tells me this is a karmic thing. One of the most interesting things that I saw when I was looking and keeping up with everything that was going on is that the name Titan is short for Titanic. There's one karmic energy. The worst thing you could do is give something that had a tragedy like that the same name. Why? Because, for example, if you had a tough life when you were growing up, your whole life was just tough, you suffered a lot. If you give your son or daughter the same name as you, it's going to repeat itself. It's a karmic energy. So in the moment that this guy gave that sub Titan, that was it for that sub. The other thing, that guy that created Titan, there was an interview where he literally said the same thing that the guy who built the Titanic said. He said there was no power. He pretty much said that there was no power in the world, that God couldn't even sink it. And the only thing I could say is Sas, God sunk it. You don't challenge God's power. That's one thing I will tell you. But it's so interesting how this guy said the same thing. He named it the same as Titanic, and that's why I say it's a karmic energy. But I also see that it has to do with property, money. It has to do with inheritance. But this guy's a billionaire, you guys. This guy has so much money that anybody could have came after him. Anybody could have came after him. I do see that this was more of a karmic thing, and that's why I didn't believe they were going to be found, because if they were good people, if they were necessarily the best, they were good people, I would say, they have a special energy. God is going to make a miracle. Like those kids are so innocent that went missing, and they were found because of their innocence, because of the protection that they naturally have when you're so innocent. These people, this person, the billionaire specifically, let's not talk about the rest, specifically the billionaire, he was not that great of a person. I'll tell you that right now. I see fraud. There's a lot of things. Even with the guy who built the Titanic, there's fraud, there's robbery, there's a lot of things that were going on. That's why I say it was a karmic energy. But in my vision, I see an explosion. I see an implosion. I do see they lost power. And again, I don't know if it's because it drifted into the deeper and then imploded, or it exploded. But at some point, going that deep, it was going to do that. On top of which, this guy cut corners. This guy was very sketchy from what I can see here. He was not to be trusted, the person who built this. But the card of the devil comes out, and I do see that it was a tragic accident. That I do see that it was like a tragedy, a catastrophe. It wasn't just that they lost power and they were stuck somewhere. I see the accident being much stronger. But other than that, you guys, I will tell you one more thing. That I do see that somebody else had something to do with this. It wasn't just a natural accident. Because they had already done this before. They had already taken this excursion before, and nothing had happened before. Somebody messed with something, with a sub, to cause it for it to have this issue. That I will tell you as well. But other than that, you guys, I hope you guys liked this reading. I hope you guys enjoyed what I had to say. And I do feel for the family. I do feel, and I do feel for them. But one thing that I ask myself is that within the same month, there was a boat with 700 migrants that had an issue. And to my understanding, there's 500 people missing. And people, I don't know exactly who, I would say more so governmental people, more so people who work in the ocean, right, are saying that the migrants refused help. I don't believe that. I don't buy that for a second. Why? Because if you're running your life and you're in a life or death situation, you're gonna want help no matter what, no matter how much pride you have, no matter what happens, you're gonna want help. You're gonna want to survive. So it's sad. It's sad. Everything that just happened in this month is very sad. It's been a strong month, just like I told you guys in my predictions on TikTok. But I do hope you guys enjoyed this video, and it's always a pleasure to be able to do these things. Remember, if you like this video, hit the like button. If you guys want me to talk about anything, remember, you guys decide what I'm going to talk about. Leave in the comments below and tell me what do you guys want me to talk about, and I will make that video. The predictions, I've already told you, they're on TikTok and Clapper. But again, follow me on all my social medias. It's in the description below. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next time, okay? Bye-bye.